Good evening, everyone. This is Gil at Camppatton Family Compound. With me tonight, I got Tammy from Rebel Canners and Mark from ChefTech. And this is the Monday Night Fireside Chat. And tonight's chat topic is canning broth. Leave the fat or strain it. And this is the starting point. And
yes to both.
Exactly. If the tags I filled out for was like, plain broth, seasoned broth, all the different types of broth I've heard people talking about. Because leaving it or leaving it in or straining it is just the starting point tonight, folks. We're gonna go several directions here. And
no, we never go more than one direction at once.
Let's say hi to everybody because we got more people popping in here every second here. All right, first one in this evening was Crew 1351, followed by ChefTech. Then Geeky Gardens, Shady Hill Homestead is on both sides. Sandra Volmar is here. Okay, that going down here. Everyone's talking. Sandra's on both sides. Diana is on both sides.
Thank you.
And let's see here. I did say Geeky Gardens in.
Yeah.
Okay, and Little and Pepper's in here.
Hello.
But before we jump into tonight's topic, I have a question myself. I wound up harvesting all my garlic that I had planted last August. And I got some big
cloves.
Heads. How do you drying it out? Do I just lay it out in the sun? Do I lay it out in the shade? Because it's 90-something degrees here.
Oh, you, Tammy.
Shade. Definitely shade. It doesn't need sun. Just needs to dry that paper out just a little bit. And then
do I need to cut the stem off?
No, not yet. No. Leave the stems and roots on until they get a little paper crispy. Then if you want to store them, you can either braid them, have fun with that. But you do trim the roots off so they don't start absorbing moisture in the air and start to grow.
Yeah. All right.
And if you want to send them to China, they'll be happy to spray it with that anti-growth hormone so they don't grow and send it back to you. Just kidding.
And so this was my first time successfully growing garlic over the winter.
Yep. And then you can throw it in a basket. If you have any that is really tiny or doesn't look like it's got some spots on it or like an insect bit it or something, take those out and then put that in honey. Get your garlic and honey going for this winter right now.
Just clean them and take that little spot off of it. Don't leave it on there. Clean a little spot off of it, just like you do with like apples or anything else, and then throw it in your jar of honey.
The smallest one is as big as my thumb, and there's only 2 of those. All the rest of them are bigger.
Yeah, and then you can also, if you have some that looks like it has any insect damage, you can also mince it and freeze it in like little ice cube trays.
None of them look like they have insect damage. Any insect damage happened back last fall when they got chewed off.
Oh yeah.
And then with the marigolds that got planted near it and stuff, I haven't seen any insects near it.
Yep.
However, even though the marigolds are between it and the carrots I have, the carrot seed heads have just huge. I mean, it's just a whole mess. I think I only got like 6 carrots doing it, and it's covering the whole area. But those seed heads with honeybees, wasps, yellow jackets, a bunch of different type flies I've never seen before, or other flying insects. But they're all getting along fine, just hitting things. So hey, I'm getting carrot seeds. So hey,
native pollinators are doing their work, and then they're hitting the carrots up and hitting something else on the way by. So that's great.
Yeah. And Kaylin just came in.
Hi, Kaylin.
Just took the laundry out of the dryer. Okay. So for dealing with broth, I've canned several things of broth, but it's always been, when it's on super sale at Winco, okay, all right, this is half price. I'm going to get some, can it up, and I've canned up both the chicken and the beef broth. But it's low fat or no fat on that broth. So I don't have to worry about it with that. But my wife and I have talked a little bit, and come Thanksgiving time, I get permission to experiment with my big pot, and I take my daughter's turkey carcass and see if I can, boil it down and stuff, and then
you don't need a big pot for one turkey carcass. Just break it up.
Yeah.
Can you hear my dog barking? Probably.
Don't worry about it. We all know about that. It's all right. He's safe. He's being protected from the.
I'm being protected from the German Shepherd on TV. So yeah, if you want to make your bone broth or your turkey broth even more flavorful, after you strip all the meat and stuff off of it, throw it on a tray and throw it back in the oven at like 375 to brown it a little bit. Don't burn it. I mean, you get it close, and then throw it in the pot. Then you get the nice dark golden turkey broth. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I throw it back in the pot, do I need to break the bones up even more?
You can.
I would. I mean, I literally, when I strip a turkey down, there's nothing left but a freaking pile of bones that are. I mean, I don't break the leg bones in half. You can if you want. Good luck.
Yeah.
And no, you put it in there. I mean, when I do it, I do more than one turkey bones. I do like 2 or 3 turkey carcasses at once. Yeah, I throw them all in the oven, brown the crap out of them. They come out, they get a little more brittle, but I don't break them up after that. I just throw them in the pot, and I'll pressure cook it in one of my big canners for 2-3 hours. Get everything out of there.
Okay.
And then run it through a strainer to get the bones back out. Yeah. And I always do in cheesecloth. I do some celery, some carrots, some onions, some garlic, parsley, thyme. I might even throw a lemon or half slices of lemon in that cheesecloth and throw that cheesecloth spice thing in there, and then pull that back out.
You're making a broth for soups, a base broth for everything else. Yeah,
broth. Yeah.
And I rarely do that, only because we use it for so many different things. I'll add my flavors later. So when I do like a bone broth, chicken bone broth, chicken backs, chicken necks, turkey bones, or beef bones, it's just bones, and I don't add salt or anything. Then I can just move on from there.
See, and I save all the celery leaves and celery off cuttings. I save all my onion, not the outer skins. I know, Mark. The inner skin I peel off, and the ends I cut off. All that's part of Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving meal I'm getting, ready to cook anyway. And I save all that stuff, throw it in a cheesecloth or in a freezer bag, and then when I do my bones, take those out of the freezer, I put that stuff into a cheesecloth bag and throw it in with my soup.
Oh yeah,
because I already have it anyway. I've saved it all to throw in there.
After bone broth, put the bones back in the oven for a couple days.
Yep.
Couple days
up for bone meal
until they're crunchy. Yeah. Dried out crunchy.
It really means on like the lowest oven setting, to slow do it.
Throw them in a sealed up put it back in a number 10 can, seal the lid back on there, poke a little hole in it, and throw it on top of your campfire and turn it into a char.
Biochar.
Bone biochar.
Yeah.
Here, yeah. 2 little boys just went outside.
Uh-oh.
So hopefully they're not trying to get back across the street because, they got to stay over here right now. Anyways, something to bone broth.
You need to go grab them?
No, I'm just looking at I'm rereading the chat here on that bone broth one. Let me put it back up. A couple days. The garden. So this, if I'm doing this is when I'm going to be doing it would be after Thanksgiving. So we're we're getting down in. We're going to get the furnace is going to be on running sometime, so I'll just turn the oven on and turn the furnace off for
Yeah.
and turn a couple fans on to circulate the heat out of the kitchen to the bedrooms, and we should be just fine.
Yeah, you can do that. You can also, like put them. You don't have, instead of grinding them, if you don't have a way to grind them, you can throw them in a couple Ziploc bags and give the boys a couple hammers and tell them to pound the bags to pulp.
Yeah, I do have.
What do we? I walked away for a second. What do we pound into pulp in a Ziploc bag?
The bone for bone meal.
Oh, okay.
I do have a bunch of old grain sacks that are made, not the plastic modern ones, the old fashioned
Burlap.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, you just got to make sure those bones are pretty well turned to soft when they're cooked, or you're going to just poke holes in your plastic bags and burlap.
Yeah. The other thing is I do have the wood chipper sitting right outside on the patio.
There you go.
And so I
for what? The price of one.
I can put the collection bag on it. Oh, send it through again.
Just run down to the local butcher. Of course, they don't give bones away anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Tell them you take the bones that are rancid because you're not cooking them, and then you throw them in a thing, heat them up on the fire, and then run it through the grinder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That and there's whenever I go into Idaho Falls, 4 miles up the road is as I get to Shelley, it's a butcher shop out there. Matt's Meats.
Hey, you can always pick up stuff on the side of the road back and forth.
No. No. Hey, I had to pick up enough things when I was a deputy sheriff, both 2-legged and 4-legged. So yeah, no.
Oh, you found a Bigfoot on the side of the road. Gotcha.
No, I found a carload of seniors on the side of the road. Anyways, so just doing bone broth. Beside, so you do your own bone broth. How much water you put in there? Just to cover the bones, or
Just to cover it?
Yeah. Yep.
So the more it's broken up, the less water you have to use.
Yeah, but you want water in there. I mean, I fill mine. I'll go an inch or two over the top, depending on what I want out of it. But I also cook it down, and yeah.
And I also put like a splash of apple cider vinegar, and I don't want a lot. I just want a splash. That helps pull the calcium and the bone marrow and all that stuff out of the bones. And so I put just a tiny splash. Like, I don't want to taste it. I do want.
No, you want like a teaspoon to 2 gallons. That kind of a splash.
Yes, that kind of a splash. A tiny capful splash.
Okay.
This is not measuring with my heart. This is like, that was way too much. At like a blip.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Good to know.
When I do my beef bones. When I do the beef, because I'll go to the butcher and have him chop up all the femur bones, whatever bones he's got. I'm like, got beef bones, which ones are the cheapest? I don't really care. And he'll run to the bandsaw if he's got it up and running, and I'll take them home, roast them to get them brown, and then I'll throw them in it. But then you get a lot of fat out of those too, and that fat, I'll just get most of that off and jar that up separately like tallow. And but whatever stays in the broth, I'm not going to get crazy about it. I don't care. It stays in the jar. And Tammy, you might have seen, you probably know you've seen this. When there's some fat in your broth, I don't care if it's chicken or beef broth, you can it. After it's on the shelf, whatever, for a year, for 2, you take it off the shelf. When you open it, is it me or is that fat like almost impossible to get out of that jar?
It is almost impossible to get out of that jar. It is.
I mean, it just
like
sticks to the glass. Yep.
Yes. Now, I have a trick. So you take the jar before you open it while it's still sealed. Turn it upside down in the refrigerator so all the fat goes back to the top. And in the refrigerator, it congeals. Now all your fat is at the bottom of that jar. So when you pour your stuff out, you don't get as much fat into whatever you're pouring it.
Yeah. No, I get
It's
like
hard
this.
to get out of the jar, but then you can use that for other things later. So a lot of times I will use that fat to fry food. So I will leave it in the refrigerator in the jar, and it's all nice and
Yeah, I get this like ring of fat stuck to the glass. It's not floating anywhere.
No.
I could flip the jar and it's just there. It's like bathtub ring. You know,
Yeah.
but got to scrape it off with a knife and a scrub brush before you put it in the dishwasher. And even then, I've had them come out of the dishwasher and still had fat on them.
Yes, Angels, you can take the tallow and render it down and then pour it. There's 2 ways to do this. So I'm going to tell you both ways. You pick what you want to do. You can bring it back up. Once you've rendered it, you've got it clean. It's very white and beautiful. You bring it back up to a boil. You put it into boiling hot, dry. Notice I said dry, not still wet. Don't take the jar out of the water and do this. Has to be dry and hot. Boiling hot fat into hot, dry jar. Put the lid on. Let it set. It will seal. It's good. I don't like to do it that way.
I do.
I know Mark does. A lot of people, 50% of the world will do it that way. The other 50% of us, we err on the side of too much caution. I actually will fill it up and I'll leave 2 inches of headspace in my jar, put my lid on, and I will process it for the same time I would for meat.
Right.
Those jars will keep on my shelf for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah. I think I'm up to like 14 quart jars on my shelf downstairs. Every now and then I put one. So I love making French fries in that. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's so good for your skin. Like people are making a lot of home cosmetics right now with the tallow. You can also take that and make soap with it later. Like it's there, you can cook with it, put it on your face, make soap with it. It'll keep forever like that.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I did not have as good a luck with just sealing it in the jars. And I know that it was because I think I had a mold issue in my last house because I had a pool in my house.
Yeah.
So I think I had a mold issue and everything would mold. So my mom canned it, I canned it. And then it was shelf stable for 20 years. And yes, now, I know it's 20 years because I know she used some that old.
Tammy, you have several videos on your channel for rendering tallow or not?
No. I don't have a tallow rendering. It's very easy to do. You grind up the tallow or cut it into small pieces.
I got something to throw in here on that. I've been following another channel. I've tried to invite him up here. She's too busy. It's 516 Homestead. That's her business right now, is rendering and selling tallow soap, tallow this, tallow that. So,
whip it with a beater and then make it into face cream butter.
Interesting thing on her channel here. So it's 516, and it's I forget which book of the Bible it's from, but it's 516.
John.
Yeah, I think it is. Anyways, she goes through it and she shows how many times she renders it to get all the moisture out of it. Mm-hmm. And she has some really cool stuff she's done, but she's doing it as a business, so she gets the cool stuff to use on it. And so, but yeah, she answers questions and stuff, and she goes through like that's the second one here from the left. Step 5, second render. And then, she has one for the third render. And she checks it. If there's still moisture in it, she'll render it again.
Yeah.
So actually, I don't think it was John 5:16. I don't think I want to read that one on the air.
No, you don't. You do not. We will not be doing that on my channel either.
No.
As much as I love the Bible, that's probably not one that we can get demonetized for.
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah, no. Anyway, you can take and put your fat in a crock pot with a cup of water after you've chopped it as finely as you can and let it set and cook on low or high for a little while and then low. You don't want to burn it. So get it up to boiling, then turn it down on low. and just leave the top off the crock pot and till the water's gone. And if it doesn't, and then you pour off the scummy stuff at the end that'll be underneath, that you can't see the water underneath. You take that all off. You got that scummy stuff. You pour that off. If you still have gunk in there, you chop that right back up, put it back in, do it again until it comes out pretty white. You know.
Oh, I love it when you pour it in a jar. It's this beautiful gold. And then and the next morning you come down and look at it, it is like snow white.
Yes, I should say the white is when it's solidified, not when it's hot. Yes, thank you.
All right. Kaylin says for you, Mark.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I work for a company that makes chemicals. Dawn's not really on my list, but anyway.
Oh, it's Matthew 5:16.
Okay.
Let your light so shine.
Yes, there we go. I like that one. I mean, I like the other one's fine, but in context. Not out of context.
Not a Bible show today.
Yeah, it's I've been every now and then I send a reminder. Hey, if you're ever free, we'd love to have you on the Monday Fireside Chat. We talk food preservation, everything else. I would love to get her up here with. I know you two will hit it off and be talking afterwards. But yeah. All right. So basically we got two types of broth to talk about as far as store-bought, fat-free, on sale. You pick it up because it's so good and you want to get it out of that container into a nice safe jar. And then you have the homemade stuff, whether you got all the fat off of it or not. So you talked about flavorings and stuff and everything else with your little cheesecloth of celery and stuff like that.
Broth. Yes.
Would you do that to store bought? Heat it up before you put it in there and put some so you can do that as well.
Yep. And then I take that out, throw it away, throw it to the chickens. And then when I can it, if I'm making soup, I'll add fresh carrots, onions, and celery.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Now, I know Mark, when I first mentioned this last week or so, Mark said something about chopping up onions, adding it to the broth and canning it.
Mm-hmm.
I do that with French onion soup, but yeah.
So so what other stuff would you add, and what types of other broth starters or bases would you do? Because I know you have talked enough about those, but
my soup starter base is basically chicken broth, onions, celery, carrots, garlic. And I may or may not add garlic depending on whether I have it. I usually, it just depends. That's my basic, and I can that, and then I use that for all my soups. I use it for I add vegetables and then make pot pie. It pretty much is and don't tell my kids that the chicken noodle soup that I make is actually turkey noodle soup. Hey, it's at 39 cents a pound, 49 cents a pound at Thanksgiving. I buy 4 of those bad boys, and I can them up. And that is what they all think is my chicken noodle. And it isn't chicken at all. It's turkey.
That's what my neighbors are always walking by my house on Friday, Saturday, Sunday after Thanksgiving. They're like, why are you still cooking turkey? I'm like, because I got 4 of them to cook.
Yeah.
I cook them all up, strip all the meat off, and it gets frozen, canned, whatever. I usually frozen and are freeze dried. And then the bones go right into a big old pot.
And my local family and friends know that I will take your ham bone at Easter and Christmas, and I will take your turkey carcass at Thanksgiving. If you don't want it, just give me a call. I'll come over. I'll pick up your bare turkey carcass as long as it's still fresh and been refrigerated. And I will come pick that up. I'll throw it in my freezer, and I will make sure that every last bit is used out of it. I don't believe in wasting.
Sonia's in on your side there, Tammy.
Hi, Sonia. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I can't ham broth. Like we did that not too long ago. we made a ham. Well, it was already pre-made. We heated it up, but and it didn't have all the garbage in it, and it wasn't smoked flavored and sweetened and all that stuff. It was just ham. And what we had left, I diced it up, and I had a lot of broth. I made some broth out of the bone, and I jarred up a couple jars of just ham in bone broth and a couple more pints of just ham broth for pea soup and all that. Oh my God.
And I make a casserole where I do the ham broth and noodles. So it's ham and noodles in a casserole dish with breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese on top.
You just triggered something in me, Mark.
Mm-mm.
Your ham broth.
I don't like to trigger people.
No, oh yeah, you do. Your ham broth.
Uh-huh.
A few chunks of ham in there.
Yeah.
Split peas.
Mm-hmm.
And you got your split pea ham soup there.
Oh yeah.
I can that. I still have probably 10 pints downstairs from 2018. They're still good. I'll pop in there. It's thick. Uncle Richard loves them. He's like, can I have another ham soup? And I have two different ones. One was just ham and split pea with ham. The other one I called split pea with Easter ham because it had pineapple flavor in there.
Ah, ooh.
Yeah, so that's a whole different, and it's a little thinner.
Your fruits, your vegetables, and your protein. Oh,
you get it all at once.
Win.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, right now,
split pea ham soup, ham and bean. You can can all that stuff with ham broth.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
the staff sergeant will be here for between either Thanksgiving or Christmas, and I gotta talk with her before then about doing a homemade split pea and ham soup.
Yeah.
And if she makes it, I got two little boys in here, 6 and 7, that won't try it if I'm doing it, but they'll try it if Grammy does it.
And so you can add the split peas. I think it's a quarter of a cup or an eighth of a cup per pint. I'd have to look it up. I did a video, but you can add, get the broth and the soup fixings the way you want it. My mom says it's not bean soup if you add vegetables; it's vegetable soup. But anyway, that's my mom. Bless her heart. But you take it, then you add the yes.
I'm sorry.
I meant that.
Ugly turkey.
Yeah, ugly. I saw that ugly turkey. That's good. And then you just add the peas in so they don't get as mushy. I don't like too mushy of peas.
Oh no, I like my pea soup when you can't see the peas anymore. It's basically green soup. Oh yeah.
I want them soft, but I don't want to have to drink my soup through a straw. Like
oh no, mine you can't drink it through a straw. You can stand a spoon up in mine.
Yeah.
Good luck with the straw. You're gonna suck your eyeballs.
Oh, so yours is not a soup; it's a chowder.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Tammy. The reason I went laughing so hard there, one of my wife's and I's favorite Facebook reel personalities. She comes on there and she's walking around her southern farm, whatever, and she's doing all this.
Any pros?
Of course.
She has the stereotypical southern accent with all the pronunciations and everything. And she's in there and she's just, either she's talking about things and, and she gives definitions to what, and one of the ones she gave definitions to is when a southern person says this, what they really mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bless your heart. What really mean is blank.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah. You did that one more time, and you ain't ever coming back in this house. Yeah.
my mom, like my grandma made Senate bean soup, and it had carrots and onions, and it had vegetables in it. And my mom was like, "Nope. If it's vegetables in it, it's vegetable soup, and if it's just ham and beans, it's bean soup." So we had a kind of a war who was right. And I'm going to side with grandma because she raised 9 kids. And I'm going to side with grandma. She was feeding the masses at her house.
Yeah.
You make some good minestrone soup out of ham broth. Yeah.
Ooh,
Just a side question here.
Don't put the noodles in it though.
Just a side question on the peas. How much are peas? I know there are certain vegetables that have a bit of protein. Are peas one of those?
Peas are high in protein.
Yeah.
Beans are high in protein, but peas are very high in protein.
Yeah.
That's why if it's a bean and ham, it's not considered a vegetable soup. It's a protein soup.
Yes.
Sure. Whatever floats your boat there, Grandma.
Yeah, Mom. That was Mom's theory.
Our
Grandma
mom.
was like, add the vegetables and feed more people.
Yeah. Sorry, it's soup. It usually needs onions. Now, when I make my pea soup, I like carrots, but not everybody does. But I don't put a lot of carrots in it because carrots will actually sweeten it up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Grate
not
'em.
into sweet soup. No, I don't want them. No, I put them in pieces. So when I eat my pea soup, the peas are pretty much gone. But and I also put is it that? I think I put potatoes in there too. I'll throw in raw diced potatoes and it's a recipe I have. Whatever. I know you and your potatoes. You know what? And just mention the word potato and Tammy just gets up and runs away. But
Potatoes and bean soup? Now that is vegetable soup.
pea
Now
soup.
you crossed into Mom's
Pea
territory.
soup,
You
not
left
bean
Grandma
soup.
behind. And you're in Mom's. Bless your heart.
Whatever.
Oh, man.
My grandma's
If anybody's dying laughing in the side chat, put a 1 in there.
My grandma's
What?
recipe. Here is
Thanks.
grandma. You got to hear the first part of grandma's recipe for bean soup. So
Beans.
she would take a teacup of bean for 9 people, 9, 10, 11 people. 11 people. She's serving 11 people. She would take a teacup full of beans and soak them overnight. A teacup. That's like a little cup, like 6 ounces, not even 8.
That's it.
Yeah, and then she
And
added the vegetables and the beans and ham and.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it was a vegetable soup.
Grandma did the vegetables. Mom did not.
Oh, okay.
Stay with me here. I like Grandma's recipe, not Mom's.
Ugh.
I like lentil soup, bean soup, anything. If I can can it, I'll make it. If I like it,
discovered
I can can it.
I really like the lentils. I got a really good. I did a video. I did not know I liked lentils because I'm not a bean eater. I don't.
Oh, they're
I
good.
only-
They're kind of peppery.
Yeah, and I really do like the brown lentils. There's different
Yeah.
lentils. I didn't realize
Oh.
there was different lentils.
I got orange. I made orange lentil soup. It was okay.
Yeah.
Yellow lentils, they're okay.
Brown is.
Brown lentils, regular brown lentil soup. Yep.
And it's not the most aesthetically pleasing to look at.
Oh no,
But
they look terrible.
Boy, is it the best tasting. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the red, I like the red when I do Indian food, like dal and stuff like that. I like the red because it's really bright and it goes with that hot curry flavor. And that's what I'd always used was the red. And then somebody gave me the yellow and I'm like, they're not red. And I tried them and they just weren't as good in Indian food. And then somebody gave me brown and I'm like, what do I do with this? I guess I'll hide them in soup. And it was really good. And I'm like, my sister
Hide it
ate
in
the
the
whole.
soup.
My sister ate the whole thing, and I'm like, hey, I wanted some more of that.
Yeah, just if you're gonna use whatever brand of lentils, there's pretty much only one, Goya. And if you're gonna do that, don't second guess the bag.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh, it's not that many lentils, I'm only making 2 quarts of soup. Let me throw the whole bag in there. You will wind up with a bucket of burned paste.
Yeah.
Same with peas and everything else. Oh yeah.
Follow the recipe. And Grandma was right. More is better. Less is better.
Yeah.
That teacup for 11 people. You do not. Okay, she fed 11 people with a teacup. You do not want to put a whole bag of beans and cook them because they get 3-4
They get
times
big.
the size of what they are.
I mean, I do.
Or more.
I'll do 2 bags, but my pots are also 7-gallon pots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to freeze dry half of it.
Nah, most of that gets canned. Actually, I'm thinking of freeze drying some of the pea soup just to do it, and then rehydrate it, and because you just turn it to a powder, and just add hot water, and you're good. instant
Well,
soup.
that'd be great for your wife for lunches.
Oh, I do that anyway. I
Yeah.
did that with a whole. I just did. What did she make? We made some kind of a chicken soup. She made.
Yeah, but
And she made extra. I freeze dried. I'm like, give me it. I freeze dried it. Oh no, she made chicken chili. She makes chicken chili.
Chicken chili.
Freeze dried. She put it in a jar. I literally measure out 2 cups, a little less than 2 cups, and that's my portion size. I weigh it, so it weighed like 375 grams. Throw it in the freeze dryer. Comes out whatever the weight is now. Say it's only 60 grams. I could put all that. I could pack it back into a jar. She literally just has to fill the jar up to about 1 inch above with hot water, and it's exactly what she made.
Ooh, yum.
Soup is easy. Chili's a little harder. It's thicker, but.
Question going back to the lentil soup you were talking about. Which broth would you prefer to use? Turkey? Ham? Okay, ham. All right.
With
I didn't even get a chance to say beef.
Yeah. You can make it. I made it with chicken. You can make lentil soup with chicken, beef. You can make it with whatever you want. It's just lentils. It's the background flavor then.
I'm a ham and meat.
Reason I was asking on that, because I know some people in here don't like pork.
Oh, you could make it with anything. I just prefer it because that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my grandparents had their own farm. They raised their own animals. We took white. I've never had white, Caitlin. I'll have to look for the white. Ooh.
Yeah.
Like white asparagus, they probably have like no flavor.
Hey, just make Indian food. Put a lot of curry in it. It'll be good.
Sure.
Make a dal. Make a dal out of them.
And make sure you have your own kitchen in its own building, because that smell is never going away.
I know. People complained during my Indian food period.
No, you could walk down hallways in hotels and you could smell who's cooking Indian food in the rooms. And those are the ones that get extra treatment to get the smell out. So the next group that comes in there doesn't go, I ain't staying here because it stinks like curry.
Yeah.
I just love a good curry once in a while. Not very often anymore, but there was like 1 year where I ate like all Indian food. I was really into vegetarian, and you can do a lot of very nice vegetarian meals that actually taste good if you follow Indian food recipes. And I had a friend who was Indian, and I was like, go over to his house, taste what his housekeeper had made for him, and then I'm like, I can make that better. I did. And when my friend came here from India, he was homesick. He hadn't been home, and he went to college, so I don't think he'd been home in like 3 or 4 years, and he was really homesick. And so I made him a home-cooked Indian meal. I asked him what he wanted. And he's like, what? I'm like, what is your favorite Indian meal? And he told me, and I made it for him. And he's like, it's like my mother came over here and cooked for me. So that was the best compliment I've ever had.
Just don't tell your mom that somebody else cooked mom's food in another country.
He did. And she actually messaged me to thank me because he was so homesick, and it was just, she thought it was good that somebody loved him enough to take and do that for him, because he was having a hard time.
Ooh. Throw a couple Indian chilies in there.
Okay, I'm not that brave.
No,
I'm brave, but not that brave, Caitlin.
You're not that brave. You're not that kind of Indian lover.
Yeah.
You're less squaw than brave, anyway. Or more squaw than whatever. Anyway, sorry.
I need a couple tossies to wash that down. You need the frozen tossies to knock that down. And I'm probably butchering. I can't pronounce it, so please, I can cook it. I just can't pronounce it. It's okay.
I'd entered it in. I just had to hit enter on the link. I forgot to post it for that the 516 homestead on their tallow thing. I forgot. So that was from back then, early. That was back 25 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So
if you want to know how I get fat, when there's a lot of fat on my broth, I don't want it all my broth. Here's my how to skim fat using physics video. That's where I had the pot and I stir it with the ladle really fast, and all the fat goes to the center. And so you're not chasing fat around with a spoon to getting half the broth. And I've been doing that for years. It didn't really occur to me. I did it one day. I was like, oh, that works. So I just used that. Mm-hmm. Now it doesn't work with tomato sauce because it's a little too thick. But when you're doing broth with fat on it, you want most of it out. Sure.
The 20-gallon pot I got from Scout Camp because they're going to throw it out because they got a new one. This thing is beat to snot over 20 years worth of use. Has a hot water valve at the bottom of it.
It's a drain valve.
No, it's a hose bib.
Yeah.
A hot water hose bib that someone silver soldered into the aluminum pot.
Whatever. It's just a valve. So and that's where, we do that. We used to do that when you in a commercial kitchen, you got the big, 80-quart steam kettles. The drain's at the bottom.
Yeah.
So everything's in there. You just open a drain up, run through a strainer until the fat gets down low, and then you stop.
Yeah. My wife, I'm trying to find it here. She's got this big, I think it's a 6-cup measuring cup that has a thing up the side. So
that's what Kaylin just said that. Yep, I had one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you pour it, all the fat stays on top. It pours from the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, they're cool. We had ones made of plastic, but
that's what my wife has is the plastic one.
Oh, I gotta go get something to show you guys. I got something. Oh, it's out in the car. I'll show you next week. Speaking of gadgets, I got meat press for making my own lunch meat.
Oh, one of them crank handle. Throw your stuff in there.
No, you put the stuff in. The lid goes down on it, and then you put a thermometer in the center, and it cooks it in the shape of round lunch meat you can slice up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That goes with tomorrow's. I think it's tomorrow's live stream over on Gray Man Prepping for human powered tools when there's no power.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, I want to make my own lunch meat because, lunch meat.
Yeah, I saw the video how they make most lunch meat.
Yeah, you don't want to know. Don't talk to me about it. Don't tell me. I understand it. But I try to forget it so that I could eat it. And I had lunch meat today. So
the only lunch meat I make is roast beef.
Yeah. I had pressed ham today, which this machine could do that too. So
you can make your ham with the olive loaf and all that stuff, and
yeah.
Cool.
I had a funeral today, so I went to a funeral. My cousin's stepfather passed away. So.
All right, let's see. Thinking more things. I'm trying to think more things about broth and stuff.
Well, you can can it with some fat in there. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can can it with no fat in there. That works too. I brought them back on track.
That's what I remember. When I was trying to get the thumbnail for a good picture for the broth for the thumbnail, and I put in leave the fat or strain it as part of it for it. There were several of the photos that were linked to articles on people's blogs about it, and they all referred to that layer of fat as the cap.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and one of them said recipes for the cap.
Yeah. And that's where you have to leave some of it. So, I mean, I know there are people that are like purists that like, I must remove all the fat. And my broth has no flavor.
Wonder why.
The fat is where the flavor is. You want to leave some of that to flavor your soup. You need that with your vegetables and your meat in order for proper digestion. So you don't want to take all of it. Like your skin, the collagen in your skin comes from the collagen in the bones that you're breaking down. but you also need some fat in there to have good, healthy looking skin. So, if you're you need the nutrients for your body in the right proportions, in the right things. And so you need some of that with the collagen, with your broth. I know people drink a lot of, the big thing is to drink bone broth right now, and that's great. But if you take all the fat out, you're missing how to get those vitamins and minerals into your body.
On that you're talking about this thing about drinking bone broth. One of the channels I like following her stuff on, Steak and Butter Girl.
Mm-hmm.
She was talking about a beef gelatin thing where you take the broth and you chill it and stuff. And she said, make sure you leave some fat in and stuff so it does right. And basically, you put like little ice cubes in. You freeze it or you chill it down. She was there with a toothpick with one that looked like it was still cooked. She goes, right now I can eat it this way, and she's eating it at room temperature in a little bit. This is just going to go bleh.
Yeah.
That's called the technical term is called aspic, ASPIC. That is when you boil bones. And we all know it. Tammy knows this. Yeah. You pull a jar of good bone broth off your canning shelf, and it's liquid, and you use half of it. You put the lid on it, throw it in the fridge, and next day, it's a brick of beef jello.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people used to do the weirdest things with that aspic. Like, there are some beef jello recipes that are like jello salads make with beef gelatin.
Yeah, well, it's not a sweet. It's a savory thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think even that Midwestern mom will make those salads. But they're they're really interesting, and they were really popular in the 17 and 1800s.
Yeah.
My favorite trick I used to do on my whole family, they never knew how I did it. My wife knew, is after like turkey, we cook Thanksgiving dinner. And when I was allowed to, I was older and doing more of the cooking stuff, the turkey's done. I was like, I'll make the gravy. My mom's like, okay, because she was the typical, she took the tray, threw it on 2 burners, brought it to a simmer, added flour to it, and then just added water to it. Well, I took the fat off of it, and I made a roux out of the turkey fat and put it back in there, so I wasn't adding butter or anything. And I do it with chicken, beef, same thing. When I got beef and there's fat on it, I'll skim the fat off it, make my roux out of that. You just can't heat it as high. And and that's what you thicken your gravy with. I mean, that's basically what you're doing. If you're throwing flour into your pan with all the drippings, which has fat in it, you're making a roux, but there's also moisture in there. So it still works. I mean, you just may have to strain it when you're done. My mom would spend an hour with a wooden spoon smashing the lumps.
And that's the advantage of canning pints of turkey broth is I always made my turkey broth my turkey gravy from last year's broth.
Yep.
So
That's what I did.
You can make your broth and you don't have to wait for the turkey to set and to strain all that stuff off. You can eat when the turkey's hot, when your gravy's ready and hot before the turkey is.
Yep, and then all your good drippings and the bones go back in the pot and make your stock for next year. I've been doing that for
I always
decades.
Do that. Always do that. Martha Stewart maybe taught me that in the 90s, but I always do that. Have broth to make my gravy, and I don't wait for the turkey to be done. Then it's cold. Then your dinner's cold.
Yep. Waiting for the gravy. It's always one of the last things to come out.
Yeah, because you need it hot on those mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Potatoes.
You like potatoes. I know you like potatoes.
I do. My kids.
In moderation, she likes potatoes.
I'm still eating potatoes. I will be eating potatoes for the rest of my life. I will just never can them again.
Yeah.
I say that, and then we planted like 5 rows of potatoes out here, so I may have to can some.
That's different. You don't have to can those. You just eat them.
Or
store them and eat them over the wintertime. And when they're out, eat your canned potatoes. You'll have enough for 10 more years anyway, so you're good.
Or more.
you just made me think of something. I know this is not the topic for tonight,
Okay.
but with the potatoes and stuff, my mind suddenly flashed to the frozen, crinkle cut French fries and hash browns and stuff that we used to get at the store all the time.
Yeah. What about them?
How easy is it to home make that and freeze it, or
you need a very, very low temperature flash freezer. If you want to do it for any kind of long-term storage,
all right,
you're not unless you have commercial everything for that. You're not making crinkle cut fries because you have to cook them a certain amount of time to blanch them, so to speak, and then freeze all that good stuff. I
would recommend not freezing them, but I recommend making your hash browns and dehydrating them.
You just got to cook them or they turn black.
Yes, you have to cook them, but you have to cook them to make hash browns anyway. You have to parboil them to make hash browns anyway. Parboil them and dehydrate them, and then you have instant hash browns. Hi, Prepper Girl. Shalom.
Hey, Prepper Girl. Oh, she found me. I was going to put her link. I was going to put her link up there because she found my page, and I've been going back and forth with her.
Yeah. I saw Happy Mac came in too. We hadn't said hi to him either, so I'm saying hi now. Yeah. But yeah, what I did when I had those 300 plus pounds of potatoes is I made a lot of hash browns.
Well, so you go and buy the box of the Ore-Ida hash browns. They're dehydrated,
and you can make your own potato flakes. I mean, I wouldn't dehydrate crinkle cut. Those are pretty much something you'd have to, like you said, be able to parboil and then
for freezer storage and all that. Yeah, not the greatest. That's why I make my own mashed potatoes, but they're my mashed potatoes. I freeze dry them, and that's different.
I parboil French fries and then freeze them, dry them and freeze them, or you can French fries. I thought you were going to say can your potatoes in broth and then you drain the broth off and make your gravy, which I've done too.
Well, I guess you could.
If you have the broth on hand when you have the potatoes.
I don't have any canned potatoes because kind of against my. No, I'm not driving out to Michigan to pick them up.
I'd have brought you a few hundred jars.
Yeah, Mark, when you show up at the conference was, so next year's conference out there at was it spoon the table or whatever, or
whatever they changed it to this year, next year,
It's got a new.
Yeah, so you may go show up there and she'll have several big boxes of
no, she won't.
Potatoes for you.
No, she won't.
No, that girl tell me I don't have room in the truck.
Yep, sorry. I only had room to bring a couple packs of freeze-dried goodie snacks for you guys to eat on the way home. That's it.
Wait, it didn't last that long.
Yeah, well, I tried.
Zipper peas.
Ooh.
No, zipper peas. Zipper peas. I guess in the they're regular peas.
Yeah. I'm very proud. I planted peas. We don't really like them except fresh. I I got a whole pint of peas out of my garden, and I think pea season is over here. And since we've got the 90-degree and 100-degree weather, pea season is over. So I didn't get any to can, but I did have them fresh on my salad.
Yeah, I'm not a whole pea fan. I'm more of a sugar snap pea or the other flat ones. Love those. I mean, when I grow them, they get eaten right away. Period.
What didn't get eaten made 2-quart bags in the freezer.
Mm-hmm. My wife in the garden in California has a trellis work she has out there, and so when she was working for the other company and telecommuting during the fake demic, she had her set her computer up so she was looking out the front window at her garden and at the trellis work. So she'd go out in the morning before she had to put the work, she'd pick all the peas, get back up in there. And she'd sit down and she's logged in and she looks up and she invariably she texts me, "Damn it, I did it again. I thought I picked all the peas. I sat down and there's another 2 dozen I didn't see."
I know, yeah.
Yep.
I picked them one day, went back out there, and I'm like, okay, I didn't leave anything bigger than this. Why are there peas that are bigger than what I picked yesterday? Yeah.
Oh, I do that with my sugar snap peas. You walk, you look around, you keep looking, you walk away. So you got to walk away, look at something else, then walk back over at a different angle, and you're going to see probably another 50% hanging there going, wow, I'm blind.
I got to go cut my peas out, pull them out of the garden. We're going to plant green beans, second planting of green beans where the peas and the pea pod peas are. I got sugar snap and regular. I got 2 quarts of sugar snap in the freezer, plus what we ate. I taught my grandson how to dip them in chip dip and eat them raw.
There you go. Do you blanch your sugar snaps? Or you just throw them in raw?
I throw them in the freezer.
Okay, we're getting that time. So coming up here tomorrow on my other channel, Gray Man Prepping. It's Gray with an A. The topic is human-powered devices for living without
without freezing.
without power. Yeah, without freezing. And so that one is for tomorrow night. Thursday night on Gray Man Prepping is the Midnight Ride. Friday back here on Camppatton Family Compound. Farmers markets. What are your plans? And my plans have been, I've been trying to get up to the one up here. So hopefully this Saturday, I'll be able to take Danny and Oliver up to the farmers market up in Idaho Falls and walk them through it. It's always an adventure up there. It's usually like 7 blocks along the Snake River.
I have 4 farmers markets within a 15-20 minute drive of me, and then 3 more farm stands. So I technically could hit a different stand every day of the week.
Yeah. We have one on Wednesday evenings across the highway and down a couple blocks at the Firth Mill. They do it in the evening only. And we have the other one that's also on Saturday down in Blackfoot. So I'd have to pick my times, but yeah. So next Friday, the topic is farmers markets, and one of the things I plan to do is hit all the beef. The butchers. You said, but yeah, the pop-ups, and get a business card from, because most of them have business cards.
Right.
I couldn't believe the prices this year. The prices this year are ridiculous. The one that I don't go to because they never have any produce anyway, they posted pictures and they had $6 a quart for snap peas.
Wow.
$6 a quart for cherries. Okay, I'll pay $6 a quart for a nice looking cherry. $6 a quart for blueberries. And then there was something else that they had, and I was like, but I'm not paying $6 a quart for green beans. That's not even enough for one meal.
And so
not the Cheshire Cat.
Not the Cheshire Cat. Cool. I'm over in between Blackfoot and Idaho Falls over there on the Yellowstone Highway. I'm up here. My grandmother was born in Idaho. My mother was born in Idaho. I was born in California. Oh, it was California at the time. It hadn't quite been subverted by it. But yeah, so I came back here to retire back to the where family came from. Yeah. So what was that? Yeah, farmers market on Friday. Saturday on Gray Man Prepping for Survival Saturday. This one's for the ladies or I should say the ladies that are vocal about men can't do anything right. The topic is, after all the men vanish, what are your plans? Controversially, the following Saturday is a flip-flop. Guys, what's your plans after all the women vanish? Yeah, cry.
I'm going to make my pea soup with ham and potatoes.
Who's going to open the pickle jar for me?
Yeah.
And then next Monday here, I put in sourdough.
Oh, okay.
So we can talk about sourdough and all the things related to it as the starting point. I know we're gonna go far afield on that one, but yeah.
I have the world's best sourdough recipe. I have perfected it because I borrowed it from my friend. But it is like low maintenance and really good. And it's a potato flake starter recipe. I did the recipe and I did baking it and I did folding it. I think I have 2,000 views on the video of just how to knead it properly, which I had never, that was what I always did wrong. I always made bricks. So I have a whole series on starter dough. So that'll be fun.
Cool. Excellent. So that's what we'll be talking about next Monday. All righty. And so not the Cheshire Cat's in on your side, Tammy.
Oh, hi. Thanks.
So
I think you've been here before.
yeah, I've seen it. I've seen her in here on the live streams around. So all righty. And so Hamilton, Montana. Did you guys get that bad snowstorm up there? I'm not sure if you got what, because I know that I saw some videos of people going to Yellowstone and they got snowed. Alrighty, folks, that's it for tonight. So hopefully we'll see you back here for Camppatton Family Compound on Friday and Monday, and on my other channel, Gray Man Prepping, Thursday and Saturdays. All right, and Tammy, you have no plans to know when you're going to go live again on your own?
No, I just can't do it right now. Babysitting. It'll be a pop-up surprise. Sorry, but that's just how it is.
It's like, wait, Tammy going live? Hell, she's barely able to wake up in the morning and think for herself before she has to go to work.
I get up between 5:30 and 6 and look for work before 7. And I work 3 jobs, and then I do YouTube, and then I garden, and and babysit. Yeah. Don't forget babies. I babysit my grandchildren 5 days a week now in my spare time.
Yeah, whatever's left of your time.
My grandsons here just about all the time. I get that one. All right, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Work on your garden and learn a new skill. And we will see you later on. Take care.
Have a good night.